All right, welcome to the Awesome series. My name is TheKloudWiz. Today, we are going to talk about the AWS global infrastructure. Now, the AWS infrastructure is designed to ensure maximum availability, performance, and resilience. What this means is that it is designed in a way that even if one part of the infrastructure goes down or experience a downtime, you will still have enough resources to keep your workloads running. So let's look at the components. So at the very foundation is the data center. These data centers houses over 80,000 physical servers per data center. This is where data is stored and processed. According to AWS, there is no cold data center. That means that all their data centers are running 247 and they are all being used. Now, these data centers contains hardware that were sourced from multi-original design manufacturers. That means that AWS doesn't use maybe servers or hardware produced by other third-party brands. They source their own hardware from equipment manufacturers. The data center also contain Amazon's own network protocol stack. This is the actual foundation of the entire AWS infrastructure. This is where all the hardware are hosted. On top of it are logical isolations that we are going to look at. And the first one is the availability zone. The availability zone is basically a logical mapping or combination of one or more data centers. So what it means is that data centers that are in proximity are just marked and then they will be marked as one availability zone. And they are normally named with alphanumeric characters. So you see 1A, 1B, 1C, 2A, 2B, 2C, and so on and so forth. One or more data center makes an availability zone. And currently, AWS has about 117 availability zones. These availability zones are designed for fault isolation and they are interconnected with each other using high-speed private links. You as a customer chooses the availability zone that you want to deploy your resources in. And AWS recommends that you deploy your resources across multiple availability zones for resiliency. The next one is regions. AWS region is a distinct geographical area. So I am in Ghana. So for example, in Ghana, you can have Accra as one region. You can have Kumasi as one region. You can have Takoradi as another region and Tamale as another region. These are distinct geographical locations. And currently, AWS has about 37 regions, and each region is made up of three or more availability zones. So, which means that there is a minimum three availability zone in every region. And you, as a customer, chooses and controls the data replication across these regions. Communication between these regions uses AWS own network connections and infrastructure. Now, even though AWS gives you the leeway to choose your own regions and deploy your resources there are some factors that you need to consider when choosing a region. And one is data sovereignty and compliance requirements. Of course, a lot of countries have different compliance regulations. So you need to check what your country recommends before you choose a region. And then also you have to consider proximity to customers just so you don't experience high latencies. Also, not all services are available in all the regions. So you also want to check the service availability within that region and as well as cost since it varies by region. The next component of the global infrastructure is the AWS point of presence. It currently consists of 700 edge locations and 13 regional edge caches. The point of presence are used with Amazon CloudFront, which is a content delivery network or a global content delivery network in AWS that delivers content to end users, which reduce latency. So take Amazon CloudFront as the postman. The postman takes letters from the main post office and then now distributes the letters to the neighborhood post boxes so that customers can get their posts faster by saving them time of going to the main post office for their posts. Now, the regional edge cache are used for content that doesn't change frequently and it's not accessed. So basically caches these contents at the regional edge caches so that customers or users can quickly have access to them. Now let's look at some features of the AWS global infrastructure. Yeah, I know it's obvious by now, but let me just go over it. So it is elastic and scalable, which means that it's able to dynamically adapt to capacity and it adjusts to accommodate growth. It is fault tolerance in the sense that it has inbuilt redundancy, so it continues to operate optimally even in the presence of failure of one component. And to end with, the AWS infrastructure is designed to be highly available in order to reduce downtime. So now, having learned about the global infrastructure, let's look at the benefit of cloud computing as defined by AWS. Now, even though this is similar to the general benefit of cloud computing, AWS has a few details with the benefits as far as they are concerned. So the first one is trading fixed capital expenditure for variable operational expense. So what it means is that using AWS is on pay-as-you-go basis. So you don't need to invest upfront, or you don't need to invest huge amounts of money upfront in hardware or data center setup. You can benefit from the massive economies of scale, which means that AWS as a provider buys all their infrastructure equipment in bulk, and by so doing, they pass these cost savings to the users. And also, as AWS keeps growing, the cost of using AWS services reduces. Thanks to the elasticity and then scalability of cloud, then you can now start small and scale automatically with demand. It increases speed and agility because you don't wait days, weeks, or months to provision servers. You can just spin up by logging into AWS platform and spin up your servers in a matter of minutes. And of course, you stop spending money on running and then maintaining data centers because AWS is going to handle the physical infrastructure so you as a customer can focus on your workloads. And it enables you to go global in minutes because thanks to cloud, you can just sit at the comfort of your home with a laptop, log on to AWS, and then you can just deploy applications in as many countries as you want in a matter of minutes. So because of this, organizations like Netflix, Airbnb, and Amazon Retail all use cloud services to serve millions of customers without physical infrastructure. And then startups are also able to achieve global reach from the very first day they launch with just laptop and of course the internet. If you are enjoying the series so far, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share this video, and turn on notifications so that you'll be notified anytime I drop a new video. My name is TheKloudWiz, and I'll see you in the next one.